so again, good morning for those of you who just jumped on. We're going to go ahead and get started with our updates. So update 1, for those of you who are signed up with our Listserv, you would have gotten an email from us yesterday afternoon to tell you that the Wave is back online. Basically, what we were doing while the Wave was offline was making some very mandatory upgrades to the website to make sure that all the information that we all know is in the Wave stays secure and in the Wave. So there are some new steps to get online to the Wave, and I'm going to walk you guys through that here for those of you who have not gotten the guidance. While I'm pulling that up, if you have not received instructions or gotten the email from OMES, you're going to want to contact the service desk in order to get your login information. So let me share my screen one more time here.
While you're doing that, Lakeisha, let me tell you that you should be looking in your email addresses or in your email inboxes for an email from one of 2 different email addresses. And I hate that it's 2, but it could potentially be 2. And you need to be checking for in your trash folder, in your spam folder, for an email from either postmaster@omes.ok.gov. If you got one from that email address that says something about creating a new password, go ahead and follow those instructions as you go through, create the password, use your school email address that you received the email at, and then you'll get into an application that will give you the email that has your actual Wave username and password. If you didn't get it from that particular email address, you should have gotten it from SDE Wave Zscaler registration at sde.ok.gov. So make sure you're searching your inboxes and your trash boxes and your spam folders for those 2 email addresses, and I will put those in the chat, and I will let Lakeisha keep going.
Cool. Thank you, Eric. So before I go into the guidance, I wanted to make sure that you all knew that we have posted this online. So if you need to forward this on to any other staff members who are not getting emails from us, they can get these instructions as well. So on our SDE website, under resources, student information, let me just go back to it. Under documents and guides, you will go and scroll down just a little bit. And under requirements documents, we have instructions for Wave portal guidance. So moving on to the guidance. Obviously, your step 1 is to be signed in to single sign-on. Most of you all have not had issues signing on to single sign-on, so you'll want to put in your normal username and password. If you do need to, for some reason, update your email address, say you signed up years ago and we're using a personal email and now want your primary email address to be your say school or work email, you can update in single sign-on. If you are having trouble, the service desk can take care of you, and we will post their email address, their online chat, and their phone number in the Zoom chat for you if you don't know what that is. But okay, moving along. So again, you'll want to put in your normal username and password. Depending on how many applications you have access to in SSO, you'll scroll down to the Waves portal. And when you click on it, you'll be prompted to log in through Zscaler. Now, for those of you who have access to that email that Eric put in the chat here, you're going to want to copy and put the email address that is in that email from either email address, Postmaster, or SDE Wave Zscaler registration, and put that there. Typically, you'll have a single sign-on username. That'll be that blurred out part at affiliates@ok.gov. Once you have that in there, you'll click sign in and you'll move right along. After you click sign in, you'll be redirected to this Microsoft login screen. Now, if you already have a Microsoft account, say your school is using Microsoft for day-to-day activities, you'll want to click on the Use Another Account button. After you click that, you'll put in the same email address that you put in earlier in step 3, your username at affiliates@ok.gov, and then you'll click Next. After you click Next, Microsoft is going to ask you to create a secure password. You'll want to reference back to that email that either this SDE Wave Zscaler or the Postmaster at OMES, and put in the password that is in that email. You'll, if you are having issues with this, you want to make sure that you are not copying and pasting. We really recommend hand typing out that password that is in that email address so that you don't have any errors. Sometimes you might have an extra space at the end, and this password is case sensitive, so you want to make sure that you're not including anything that you're not supposed to. And then obviously you'll type in what your new password is and confirm it. And after that, press sign in, and then you'll be redirected back to the Wave. Now, the only thing we want to make sure that you know, if you do leave your computer for more than an hour, you are going to have to re-go back through the steps of signing back in through Microsoft. This is only if you're gone from an hour. If you are coming back in and out of the Wave, you won't have to, log in every time. So again, if you have not received this email address, either email in the chat that Eric put, and you've checked your trash, your spam, your junk folders, and you're not seeing it anywhere, contact the service desk. Again, we'll put their contact information in the chat for those of you who don't know what that is. They will get you set up. You can get them to send you that email. And if you are having issues with that password, they can help you out in resetting it. Now, if you do already have a password created, you've gone through step 5, and for whatever reason you've forgotten your password, you can use our online password reset option. Let me pull that website up for you guys. 1 second. It is password reset at ok.gov. So if you need help resetting your password, you can reset your @affiliates@ok.gov email following these steps. There are instructions, a step-by-step guide to walk you through that. Or again, you can call the service desk here, and I'll just copy this information here from their website. Oh, thank you, Erin. You already beat me to it. So, yep, you can reset your password here, or again, if you call the service desk, they will get you squared away pretty quickly. Right now, we are getting a lot of emails asking about what I just walked you all through. So again, if you are having any issues with the login experience in any capacity, reaching out to the service desk is going to be your best bet. Our office is more than likely going to redirect you back to OMES as well. So you want to keep the questions directed towards them, so we are not maintaining any of the passwords that OMES is sending to you. So we will unfortunately not be able to help you out in that avenue there. So let me get back to the presentation. There we go. Okay. All right. So we've covered how you would access the Wave now, and what to do if you don't have access to either passwords, the email, or if you've forgotten your password after it was initially set. So for updates part 2, for those of you who are in the Wave and may not have any specific errors that are going to take a lot of your time, if you've gone into the Wave reporting you might notice that the FQSR, first quarter statistical report, and the October 1 report are currently open. Now you can review those reports just kind of generally. Neither report is closing anytime soon. October 1, honestly, really, right now we're just allowing for you to get an idea of how your students' information will look, say if you didn't make any adjustments between now and October 1. And the same thing with the FQSR, although that report closes in November, you can start to get an idea of if you are sending us your students' attendance, you can notice any adjustments or changes in their membership in, say, transportation, and also your calendars. Really, we're just opening these reports early so that you have plenty of time to look over all the information, ask us for repulls, or just ask general questions. Both reports do have guidance, either through video or just through text under our website on Documents and Guides. You can also find those same instructions under the instructions on either report. We will be doing a more specific training on the October 1 here in a few weeks, and we will send out all that detail later. But for those of you who aren't familiar with how that report operates, we want to make sure that you do have an understanding of that report. There are already some really great resources for the FQSR available. There are training videos that will walk you through the entire report. And those are available, again, on our website under Documents and Guides through video and through just text instructions if you would like to print them out. All right, so that is it for updates. So I'm going to go into reminders. So again, for those of you who have asked us earlier, you are still certifying your student transfers. And again, the amount of time that you have to get those certifications done has been extended, and it will match the amount of time that the wave has been down. The wave has been down since August 20th. And so you have that between August 20th and September 9th to get those transfers certified. If you're having any issues with direct certification, please reach out to us. Although the wave was down for about 2 weeks, we were still, making matches. The only thing that was down was the website. We were still accepting data. We were still processing any validation errors, any ownership conflicts, any students that needed to go into the STN wizard. All of that information was still doing its normal thing. And so along the same lines, if you're still having issues with EdPlan as well, please do reach out to us. We do still have a handful of districts that have not sent 2021 enrollment information. You should have gotten an email directly from myself or from State Aid with RAOs included to make sure that we are getting that information. We will continue to follow up with those districts if you are on the call, but if you are noticing that you're still missing students, and you can see that there is information on the wave, and you've gone through the FAQs that our special education office has provided to you all, please reach out to both of our offices and we'll take a look to see if there's something else going on that you might not be aware of right off the bat. And thank you. It was 21 days that the wave was down. So very long time, but it was very necessary to make sure that everything is secure for the future. And hopefully we won't need to take the wave down anytime soon. So again, that does it for updates and reminders from me this week. If you do have questions, continue to send them to our studentdatainfo@sd.ok.gov email address. But please please be patient with us. We have gotten a lot of emails in the last 24 hours. And so our team is working as quickly as we can to address this email specifically, as well as answer all of the phone calls that we are also getting as well. So if we're a little bit slower in getting back to you, if you've called, please give us a day or two before you call again. Same thing with emails. We will get back to you. We will respond to your email. We're not ignoring you. We've just got a lot of districts and sites to help out with really this week. So again, please reach out to us if you need anything. We will get all of our slides and whatnot updated on our website. I know that last week's slides are not on our website right now, but we will get those up as soon as we can. So I will switch over, stop sharing my screen and stop the recording so I can answer some questions in the chat.